But they're going to have everybody's going to have to be on their A game today for them.
Lamar Washington, the transfer, will handle the ball a lot. They're going to try to get it down low into Baye Ndongo. Here's Reeves. We talked about him a moment ago. He's a nice player. Great ball movement by Virginia. Good defense. Here's McNeely.
Yeah, that second chance opportunity, get the three, and
yeah, McNeely has been pretty quiet lately.
Yep.
So that generally doesn't last very long. Conwell will get credited for the basket. The transfer senior from Xavier. 6th game of the year against Eastern Michigan. That's where they went in the portal, and they found the right guy. And Ndongo with the offensive rebound and the stick back for the big man.
Vegas, not a great offensive rebounding team, Georgia Tech.
And that's Javon Hadley playing in his final game for the Cardinals.
McNeely's the only one who's a little undersized, but Hadley can also work in at 6'7" and post you up.
Both teams coming off losses. Left-handed drive to the basket. Matched his career high with 18 against Virginia a couple of nights ago. And there he is for the first time today, Mikel Brown Jr. Cobb.
Yeah, and it's losing some games, but he's getting some good court time. And I tell you what, Georgia Tech has come out, and they're playing with a lot of confidence here in the first session.
And then there's Brown again. Just a step back three, and he has a pair of those through the... Jump hook is short down there by Ali Khalifa. A couple of free throws by Kobe Rogers. His first 2 points of the game, and now pressure from Louisville. Lustoff to the basket. That's nice ball work right there from Ndongo. Rogers, bang.
I tell you what, I mean, you got some big-time scorers out on the floor, and that ball never stops. That's probably not going to happen.
How about the three-point shooting for Louisville? 16-point lead, and Brown thought he was fouled, went to the deck. And the other way, it's going to be Washington to lay it in.
If the ball has any kind of airtime across court, Louisville's going to pick it off.
And then able to lay it in, Javon Hadley. 20-point effort, 14-point effort. Rounding into good health, and there's Ndongo on a nice feed, his third bucket. Deflection there as Brown tried to get it underneath to Hadley, and Georgia Tech back the other way, down by 14. And that is a three ball. That's the guy we brought up earlier, Akai Fleming. Wide open Hadley.
Yeah, just percentages from three and then overall. That's just McNeely just being very opportunistic in that press.
That plays a lot of freshmen and a lot of underclassmen. Shot clock at 2. Kelly going to put it up on the fadeaway, and the Boston College transfer buries it. So you can't say that town around
Yeah,
here.
I know. That's what I was.
And the tip by Ndongo will go down. He has 8. And, you know, with all the guys who have come in via the portal, they've got to rebuild this entire roster again. And there's a 3 all of a sudden.
8 games in a row, given where they were about 6 minutes ago, might have given up. I mean, it was that close to being on the edge, as you said. And
now the double comes for 3. Boy, that would have been a big one. He's going to try it again. And able to knock it down 2 in a row. Reeves has not been a part of this whole thing, at least from a scoring standpoint. Yep, so they've got other contributions. Rejected by Ndongo, and there to follow it is Hadley. Brown with the ball. And he's going to go to the rack, kick it in the corner. 3-point try, and that is Conwell. buzzer.
This Reeves has to come alive for them, and Mustaf has to stay on the floor.
Reeves only had a 2-point field goal in the opening half, and there's Hadley. He's having a nice game. He's got 11. Ndongo spins his way, muscles his way to the basket. Had it rejected by Frew.
Pretty good.
Checking in for Louisville, Roots, along with Adrian Woolley. This is Brown to the rack with a left hand. Here's Roots for three. Washington off the mark from three, and Cardinals looking to add to a 16-point lead. And Will +1 for Conwell.
He's a terrific passer. Look at that, just threads it inside nicely. A lot of other people would even look to try.
Well, you were a really good passing big man. You talked a couple weeks ago about Bill Walton. There's a 2 by Brown.
And, you know, it's just good sense. They make good decisions.
Brown a step back three, and all of a sudden he's heating up.
Line, 4 rebounds to go along with that. Really just...
He's got 7 quick ones after not scoring in the first 4 minutes of this second half. He has 17 in the game. Bounce pass to Ndongo. Head fake, and he'll drop it in. Here's that pass. That was a good one. And then they find Hadley. Uh-oh, look out. Big fella.
For Georgia Tech, you know, to have a guy who's a proven point guard.
And Ndongo doesn't go up, lays it off for Fleming. And the follow by Kerouac around the basket. That's right.
You know, so, yeah, it's senior day.
Hey, that kid ain't afraid for a freshman. And Ndongo lays it off for Kerouac, his 3rd dunk. Just under 8 to go.
Yeah, and here's the guy, a freshman, bringing him back inside.
It's 21 and a 3-point differential for the Cardinals. And overall, it's a 13-point lead. And make it 11. Akai.
However, there was a national championship mixed in there.
That's a nice body move there by Lamar Washington. Hanging around, down 11. And 13 just like that for Hadley. Conwell lets it fly and rattles it in for 3. Well, we talked about Louisville changing, celebrating senior night, as there's a jumper along the baseline by Mustaf. Guys who are playing in their final home game, even though it's not technically their final home game. It will be for McNeil.
Yeah, boy, he's just a machine from behind the arc.
Consecutive loss, and believe it or not, they still have a fighting chance to get in the ACC tournament. They take 15 to the 18. Now they'd have to find a way to rip off a couple of wins against a tough schedule as Conwell drops it in.
Ndongo and Kerouac that they've had.
Kerouac just lays it off for Fleming. Fleming's had a good game.
And somebody who played against Wes Unseld.
That's right. That's right. Leg for 3. How about that? How about that one?